Compooter lab. In the computer lab. Shaq sat with Carl, Weezer, and Bulby. Here, slap on some of this. Hands him some lubricated gold bond. All right, class, said Dr. Marmonade. He points to the board. Today, we erect a website from nothing but a paperclip, and, he's interrupted as his watch time's potassium levels low! Error. Here, doctor, have this. RC hands him a peeled banana fresh from the manure fields. Kiss up, Shaq says while eating his organic fish taco. As I was saying, we are making websites. Your website can be about anything appropriate. He looks at Lenny. I'm talking to you, Bergden. Can it be about ponies? Chris said quietly. Chris, get out. Chris mutes his microphone only to forget and be unable to story. Shaq begins to tap away at his keyboard, each keystroke more moist than the last. What do you think? He shows the website to Bulby and Carl. Slap, said Bulby. Ah, inhaled Carl. Slap indeed, Bulby. Slap indeed. In the desk over, one single hair from Bergden's balding head falls onto the Q key of Turner's computer. Nop, 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 nop. Nop, nop, nop. So much nop. He blows several dust particles back onto his computer, and it lands on his 17th eyelash. In response, Bergden fires his coconut gun in spurts. Turner ain't having that shish. He grabs fellow classmate Vincent the Cannon by his sweaty nipples. Release the threshold. It fires. That's it. Bergden hops in his mech suit. 1v1 me, mate. They duke it out in a parking lot only to return 69 seconds later as their suits had several parking tickets. All right, time to see your websites, my children, the teacher's assistant Kenny G said. Chris is sitting worried about his grade, plugs his flash drive into RC by accident. Eek! RC shrivels in pain. Kill me! His hard drive cringes. Oh my god, is he okay? Edward Bernard James says while playing Call of Duty Advanced Warfare on his Xbox One. His teammate was injured. Also, what's wrong with RC? God, did someone give him a bootleg? Chris whistles while his heart pulsates in irregular fashion. He is sweaty. He's coming.
History Scooby-Doo Mystery. Shaq arrived in his history class as his teacher began talking about the Holocaust. Oh, the joy, all those jolly old times, Adolf spoke as he was having a fantasy. Thousands, no, hundreds of thousands all gone. This is a load of barnacles, Keel said. What? 2 OCs based on Shaq. What is this, prison? Robotnik exclaimed as he caressed his mustache. Cash just buried himself in a Holocaust book. Mr. Thyler continued. Once there was an angry German. He was so angry that everyone died. The end. Pfft. Everyone knows that Chairman Skipper is the best at holocausting, Kowalski said. Suddenly an ear-scratching noise was heard over the loudspeaker. Shaq to the principal's office, and Bert to my office. You didn't file your paperwork, Bert. Shaq walked down to the principal's office, but Shaq didn't know his way around the school that well. Eventually he found 3 doors. Well, we can't make perfection, but we can moisturize it. Door 1 was the janitor's closet. Hey, get out! Kretme yelled. Door 2 was Mr. Kurt's donut stash, and door 3 was just storage. Shaq saw a bunch of cool stuff in that room, like dog spike, a dime, a stethoscope, a stone car, a portrait of Toastar's family, and the Roscopter. When Shaq was done screwing around, he found the principal's office in door 4, which wasn't originally an option. Right this way, Shaq, Roz said. Hey, Roz, are those new glasses or a new haircut? Oh, it's the necklace, isn't it? Shaq said, trying not to get into trouble. Roz just stared at him with her death stare. Shaq sat down in the principal's damp office. Principal Prickly was facing backwards in his poop-brown spinny chair, petting his Lucario named Aurora like an edgelord. After 26 seconds, he spun around and said, So, Shaq, word on the street said someone told you about the Society of the Clammy Hands. Is this true? Yes, sir. I forget his name, but he had very clammy hands, Shaq replied. Shaq, the Society of the Clammy Hands is a hellish organization who worships the Menacer. I need you and your gold bond powers to do some investigating for me in the Society of Pulsating Left Pecs, okay? Prickly said. Sure thing, Shaq replied. All right then, stay cool, he said. Stay cool, Shaq said. When Shaq went back to history class, everyone, including Mr. Thyler, was cowering in fear in the corner, while Lemma was laughing hysterically while dancing uncomfortably at them. Shaq stayed cool and tickled Lemo until he dropped. The class cheered. Never before were they so happy to be free from Lemo's uncomfortableness. 3 cheers for Shaq, Dyston exclaimed. And then the bell rang with its heavy chips as always. It was time for photo class.
Photographic graphic novel. Sorry, I don't speak italics. Shaq, Cash, Keel, and other Shaq OCs funneled into the photography classroom to be greeted by Kenichi. Salutations, my children. His nose is flabby. Today, we are going to take pictures of stones in the shape of pro wrestler's face. Just then, his phone jiggled vigorously to inform him of a call. Dr. Eggwhite's was speaking. I was wondering, when is the photographer's assistant coming? Kenichi. A photographer's assistant, photographer, is coming for a sus inspection. Shaq will be right over. Shaq to the Shaqmobile. Shaq waltzes in his way into the parking lot and passes a speedboat. Wow, this is a nice ride, but not as good as mine. He points to and gets into his semi-aquatic egg-laying Shaqmobile of action. I'll never make it in time unless he shifts into maximum overdrive and warps to the Yuck Yuck Hut. Well, I'm off to the lair. Wait, it's dangerous to go alone. Take this. A beaver in the fetal position handed him a safety blanket. Thanks, mate. He pulls out his phone and uses his Pokemon Go GPS to locate the lail. He subtly slides in and rotates the Bunsen burner and slides out. He gets back to class realizing that the day is nearly over, so he visits his locker. He sees Constantine. Constantine slaps him with his clammy hand on Shaq's face, while whispering, "Be there, or be a species of parallelogram." Before Shaq responds, Constantine has left, leaving a note with the room number on it. Principal Prickly peers his eyes out and winks at Shaq. Shaq is conflicted.